No! What's up, my cool dudes? I'm Darlingtonia, and welcome to my Predaplant deck profile for February 2018. Now, this is one of my favorite decks I've built so far. It's just, I love the artwork, I love the playstyle, but anyway, without further ado, I'll just jump right into the deck and show you what I play. So first up, I have 3 copies of the Predaplant Spinodionaea. So Spinodionaea, if this card is normal or special summon, I can put a Predator counter, target one face-up monster my opponent controls, place a Predator counter on it. And basically when a monster has a Predator counter on it, if it's level 2 or higher, it becomes level 1. And also with Spinodionaea's other effect, if this card battled a monster with a level equal or lower, after damage calculation, I can special summon one Predaplant monster from my deck, except Spinodionaea. So with an 1800 beat, he's kind of hard to run over, and with his effect, you can summon him, put a Predator counter on something, swing over it. Yes, okay, so you swing over it, special summon a Predaplant from your deck, and continue on your plays. Next up, I run 3 of the Predaplant Chlamydosundew. I am going to pronounce a whole ton of these names wrong. So basically, with Chlamydosundew, monsters with Predator counters that you use as fusion materials are treated as dark monsters. And during your main phase, you can summon one dark fusion monster from your extra deck using this card and the one dark this card in the field, and one monster from your monsters from your hand, and all monsters from your opponent's side of the field that have the Predator counters on. So in a way, he's kind of like a super poly if your monsters do indeed have the Predator counters. So one of my favorite combos with this deck is to summon the Spinodionaea. Is to get the Spinodionaea in graveyard, have Chlamydosundew in hand. Use something like Miracle Fertilizer or Predapruning, I believe it's called, especially on the Spinodionaea. Spinodionaea infects something with a Predator counter, summons Sundew fuses with itself and the opponent's monster into something like Chimerafflesia or Starving Venom, whatever I feel like at the time. And then I still have an 1800 beater on board that can do some damage. Next up, I run the Fusion package, which is triple Predaplant Ophrys Scorpio and the 1 Predaplant Darlingtonia Cobra. I honestly, with 3-in-1 is such a perfect lineup for this, because I've only ever opened the Darlingtonia Cobra once, and that was so cringeworthy. It just ruined my plays because I also opened up the Scorpio. But basically with Scorpio, when this card's normal special summon, you can send one monster from your hand to graveyard to special summon one Predaplant monster from your deck. So, except Ophrys Scorpio, and you can only use this effect once. So basically, you always summon the Darlingtonia Cobra, and when this card special summoned by the effect of a Predaplant monster, you can add one Polymerization spell card or Fusion spell card from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Darlingtonia Cobra once per duel. So that's why you only run 1. It's a once per duel effect, which is kind of sucky. If it was like if it was only once per turn effect, I'd at least consider running 2. So you go Predaplant Ophrys Scorpio, send something special to Cobra, and there it's in Chimerafflesia or Starving Venom, whatever you want to make. Next up, I run the hand trap of the deck. 3 of the Predaplant Sarraceniant, I think that's how it's pronounced. Okay, so basically with Sarraceniant, when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you special summon this card from your hand. After damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy the opponent's monster. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one you can add one Predap card from your deck in hand, so you can get access to all your Predaplants. You can get access to all your other cards. that you need. You can get access to your Predaponics, you can get access to your Predapruning. It really just helps you thin out the deck and obtain resources. And since you get free search out of it and your opponent loses their monster, 9 times out of 10 they are not, unless they can OTK, they are not going to attack you over. Well, that's been in my experience anyway. But anyway, for the one-off Predaplants, I am running one Predaplant Drosophyllum Hydra. You special summon this card from your hand by tributing one monster on either player's field with a predator counter. You can only special summon this guy once per turn this way, and during either player's turn, if this card is on the field. Hold on, sorry, if this card is on the field or in the graveyard, you banish one other Predaplant monster from your graveyard, target one face-up card on the field, and then that target loses 500 attack, and you can, that's the one per turn effect. I mean, I like him for the spamming effect, but he is not, honestly, he is not the best. So that's why I only play him at 1. Though you can tribute your opponent's monster for him, so it's kind of like a built-in soul exchange, but still I only like him at 1. Too many is just a dead draw. Next up, your only tuna monster of the deck is one Predaplant Banksiogre. It is a level 6 tuna, so it really could be better. You can special summon this card from hand by tributing one opponent's monster with a predator counter. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, place one predator counter on each of your opponent's monsters. Your opponent... yeah. I'm stumbling my effects here. Each monster your opponent controls, sorry. And then everyone knows what predator counts do by now. It makes the level to a high monster's level 1. So it shrinks their levels, so it makes it so they can't go for like really high ranked plays. Honestly though, if you can if you can get this out like on someone's like if you can get a predator counter on someone's like Constellar Omega, they try to tag out, you can chain an effect and try and fusion summon with their Omega, which then they can't tag out it. Actually, no, never mind. Spell speeds are a thing. Forget what I just said. Spell speeds are a thing. But anyway, for the next monster, I run one of the Predaplant Cordyceps. So Cordyceps, during your standby phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 2 level 4 or lower Predaplant monsters in your graveyard, special summon them. Also, for the rest of the turn, you can't special summon monsters except for fusion monsters. Honestly, that's not bad. You do fusion summon a whole lot with this deck. So with this, you can get back the Sundew and the Spino in your graveyard, summon them back, and then go off there. Spino infects something, Sundew fuses with the card itself and the card Spino infected. My final Predaplant monster of the deck is the one copy of Predaplant Fly Trap. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and place one predator counter on it. And if, yeah, the level 2 or higher thing. That's really the only reason it's here. I'm never going to crash into something with this guy. I really am not. He's only really here just to spread predator counters. If there was more to him, I probably would play more of him, but that's really all I use him for anyway. Final monster deck, since it is an all plant-based deck, I've run the triple Lonefire Blossom. Pretty self-explanatory, nothing to see here. Moving on to spells, I run triple of the Predapruning. So Predapruning, activate this card by targeting one Predaplant monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. With this card, when this card leaves the field, destroy the monster. So basically like a Monster Reborn premature burial for your deck, without the life point decrease. Next up, I'm running double Predaponics, and I'm also running the one Miracle Fertilizer. I'm testing out this ratio at the moment. So basically, with Predaponics, once per turn you can special summon one level 4 or lower Predaplant monster from your hand or graveyard by its effects negated, and then during your standby phases, destroy this card or pay 800 life points. Miracle Fertilizer is only from the graveyard, but I'm testing these ratios out now because that effect negation really does not help, and it is only level 4 or below. So even though Miracle Fertilizer is only from the graveyard, that's where I'm going to be getting my resources from most of the time. And it also lets me bring back the Lonefire Blossom. So even if I open up, even if I'm forced to fuse with the Spino I have used, I can't. Yeah, even if I could bring back Spino back with the Fertilizer, infect something, bring back the Sundew, do a whole ton of plays off on there. Moving on, for draw power, I run 2 Allure of Darkness. I could bump it up to 3. There's not a lot of deck room, and this card just is really here to help draw power. Next up, I run 3 copies of the Polymerization, and then the 1 copy of Fusion Recovery. So Polymerization, Fusion Recovery, add back your resources. Next spell I run is double Scape Goat, just to generate tokens for your Link Summoning to open up those main monster zones for your extra deck plays. 1 Foolish Burial to send the Cordyceps or a Predaplant to bring back with the Predapruning or Miracle Fertilizer, or even Predaponics. I'd rather run triple Miracle Fertilizer if I'm honest, but someone would grind me for that. Final spells I run for bringing back monsters are 1 Soul Charge, 1 Monster Reborn. And moving on to traps, I am running... Oh, hold on, I put those cards in the wrong place. So, double Storming Mirror Force and the 1 Solemn Judgement just for a bit of back row. Like, everyone knows what Solemn Judgement does. It's good, it's back, and then Storming Mirror Force is just for some attack negation, disruption, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, moving on to the extra deck, I run the 3 copies of the Predaplant Chimerafflesia. So Chimerafflesia, it has 3 really good effects. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster on the field with an equal or lower level and banish it. And then the second effect is, if this card is attacked or attacks, you can activate this effect. Your opponent's monster loses 1,000 attack points, and this card gains 1,000 attack points. So it's just good for beating over stuff like Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes will go down to 2,000, this will go up to 3-5, and Blue Eyes will be destroyed, and your opponent will take 1,500 damage. Alright, and its final effect, during the next standby phase that this card was sent to the graveyard, I can add a Polymerization from my deck to my hand. It's not my standby phase, it is my opponent's as well. I mean, next up for fusions, I run 2 copies of the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and 2 copies of the Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon. So everyone knows what Starving Venom does, so I won't waste time with him. Greedy Venom must be fusion summoned with the above... must first be fusion summoned. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field. Its effects are negated and its attack points become 0. So just an easier way to beat over stuff. And if this card is if this card is destroyed, you can destroy all monsters as well as many monsters as possible, and then banish 1 level 8 or higher dark monster is it dark or is it any? Yeah, level 8 or higher dark monster from your graveyard to special summon him from your grave. So basically, you'll have Starving Venom is level 8. You use Starving Venom to fuse and a Predaplant to fuse into Greedy Venom. Greedy Venom gets destroyed. You banish the Starving Venom from your grave, and then you get the special summon Greedy Venom back. And since we're running tuna monsters, I run the 1 Black Rose and the 1 Scarlight. So Black Rose is here just because Banksiogre and Cordyceps, just in the off chance I get them both out. And then Scarlight is here because of Fly Trap and Chlamydosundew. They're just synchro options in case I need them. Black Rose does have some synergy with the deck because of its other effect, but you mainly use it as a board wipe. Anyway, for XCs I only run 2, 1 rank 3 which is Grampulse, and then the 1 Bagooska. Just for the grind game. For link monsters, I run double links, the Borreload package of double link spider, 1 Message Radiant, and the Borreload Dragon just to free up the link zones. But yeah, anyway, that is going to be my Predaplant deck profile. If you guys enjoyed this video, please show appreciation by smashing that like button down below. My links to my Twitter and Instagram are down in the description below, so please check me out on there. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here for now, so until next time, stay frosty.